let us see how we can create the model dialog or the dialog box in our Angular application. Suppose that this is our login page, and if we are not giving any input to our email and password and clicking on login, it will open the dialog that will say the required fields must be filled. So here we will be using the ng-modal in order to open the dialog, and this will just required to create the component and pass the template in its open method. This will also have the dismiss button and the method behind it for closing the model with a particular reason. Now let us see how we can create this kind of model from the very scratch. So first of all, go and add ng-bootstrap / ng-bootstrap in order to add this to our application, and if it is already added, then no need to add. So this will simply say package already installed, and let us start creating in our login component. Let me just close this, and we have already run the application, and let's see. So all we have to do is to create the model on clicking of the login button. If the fields are blank, then it will prompt the required field must be filled. So here this is our login.component.html, and I am just adding the template that should be open when I am clicking on the login button. So this will be my template. You can modify it according to your requirement. Now I am going to add a new folder that I am saying services. Let me add a new file. We can say model service.ts, and here I am just adding the class called model service, and we will have the method open that will open the dialog, and we will have a dismiss region method by clicking on press or clicking on the cross button, by pressing the escape button or by clicking the cross button. So this will be our model service, and utilizing this service we will be opening this template in order to show the required model. So let's say we have a method called submit login detail. Now let me go to the login component.ts, and here we have defined this required let's say we have an element reference for this reference variable of the given template, and inside our constructor, let me take so we have declared the model service variable, and here all we have to do is now let me pass the reference variable. Now let us check whether so it started working, and when I am clicking on the login button, it is simply opening the required field must be filled. So all you have to define your condition over here. If your login data is having the blank email ID or blank password, then you can open this dialog based on the condition. So what we have done, we have simply created the template that should be open, and we have created the model service having the dismiss region and the open method, and inside our component we have taken the reference variable for that element and passed that to our open method. But there is some problem. Suppose that if we want the same thing to be happen over here in our register, then what we have to do, we have to create again the reference for the template. Again we have to create the template and pass the reference in order to open the required model. So all we have to do is to create the separate component for this template. So in our next video we will see how we can achieve the same thing but defining the model in a different component. So thank you so much.